I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Hey, it's us again.
Hi, my mic was muted. It's fine.
I'm like,
Is it a stream if your mic isn't muted? Like, I feel like we're on brand here.
yeah,
100%.
So,
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everyone,
friends.
welcome to the, I guess, Savannah Marie has branded us as the trio of terror. So that's what we were just discussing in our group chat what to call our little show. And we're like, that buzz would be funny, but like, it seemed lacking the terror. Trio of terror, chef's kiss. I love it.
It's great.
It's accurate, so
Yeah. So hi everyone. Oh my gosh, we're not even into the gummies yet. This is gonna be fun. I'm Jessica, aka DC's bestie and channel manager and life manager. That's a joke, kind of. I'm also in dropout. I was in pure romance, which we just went hard in the pants for pure romance.
stop.
It's like the deeper we got, the worse it got. So we're taking a little break from that stuff.
Thank you.
I've decided not to torture my friends. I've decided I want friends. So we pivoted to CutCo because one of our first lives, people were like, let's talk about CutCo more. So here we are. Here's my introduction. Take it away, Jen.
Hi friends. I am Mrs. Pico Speaks. I also go by Jen. I am a MLM dropout. I was in 8 years and my dogs are growling. Sorry. They're not happy. It's my old man. He's not happy with the young ones. Anyway, was in an MLM for 8 years. I quit, left, said I was done, and I'm here now running my mouth, talking about all kinds of things and cannabis because I can. I'm also neurodivergent. I'm autistic and I have ADHD. So if I don't know what you're asking or if I don't know what's going on, that's probably why. And we're adding cannabis to the mix. So that just makes it even more fun.
Hey, everyone. I'm Wendy. I've been in sales for about 14 years now. I started in retail, worked my way up to inside sales, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm going back to school next week. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I'm finally taking something that I want to take. Speaking about taking something, my edibles are going to be delicious tonight. And yeah, that's a little bit about me.
And like we always say, we are consenting adults using products that are legal in our jurisdiction. So if you partake, do so safely.
Yes. Make good choices. Make good
Yes.
choices. Okay. Cheers, friends. Are we doing this?
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
Max said that we're the horsewomen of the MLM apocalypse, and I kind of think that's great. I'm here for it.
You can highlight comments, Jen, since you're having. Oh my gosh, scroll trial. So,
Are you sure? I can't like.
Really?
I
should.
I can't.
Oh, weird. You should. But
because I can see them, but not.
Weird, real weird.
I take back the delicious comment. They were just like, all right.
But my point is, look what I have, because DC, I think she just added these. If not, I'm not smart and didn't realize I had.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria.
So I have soundbite now. So it's
nice.
on.
Do you have moving on up? Because I feel like that is what you are doing right now, and it should be memorialized.
That's gonna be us when the gummy kicks in.
Yeah. Ready?
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
It's really the little things in life. Oh, okay.
So I got this mic from my friend for Christmas this past year. And because I'm going through a whole like pink and green phase. If you know me, you get it. Like my Mac is green and my mic is pink, my chair is pink, my iPad is pink, and then the cover is green, so it's a whole thing. I figured too much. I love it.
It's the most entertaining thing on YouTube. Don't lie. It's the most entertaining to hit YouTube. So,
we need a number update. We need a
Yes.
number update.
If you don't know, Jen is trying to get to 500 subscribers. She's super, super close.
yes.
And once we hit 500 subscribers, Leslie's going to interview Emmett. So if y'all want to get in on that action, hit subscribe. Jen would really appreciate it.
We have watch hours.
Mindy?
So,
Yeah. We're at 4:30.
yeah.
So we're
Ooh.
close.
So we just need
Less than
70
a
more people.
minute.
Yes.
Let's do this. We can do this.
Tell a friend, and tell a friend till we get there. So,
And if you like your mom, tell her too. But if you don't, it's all right.
just
She can figure it out. It's fine.
Log into her account at least. So we'll start with like a 2-minute marketing intro video I found on the company's website, YouTube, to kind of explain what CutCo is, since not everyone knows what it is. What kind of string will Mr. Peacock be it will be a members only interview. That is what we've had him actually agree to. And my dream is I found Mr. Pico was a massage therapist, and one of the Pyramids consultants we reacted to in the Euphoria series claims to also be a former massage therapist and has a 16-minute demo on massage therapy products or Pyramids massage products she recommends as a former massage therapist.
It's gonna be exciting. Like, I am here for it. So
Yes.
I am ready.
also, if you think you're subscribed, double check because sometimes YouTube can get funky like that. I know, like, even my subscribers kind of waver sometimes. So just double check. That'd be nice.
Yes.
It was more like voluntold is what happened. That is
It's
what
out
happened.
of love, you know.
At least I gave you an out just then on the massage therapy stream. So the interview's locked in. Massage therapy, we can negotiate, my friend. So let's watch the introduction to CutCo.
1949, for millions
That is not the scene I want.
across the country, the right knives are
Why does it auto start? It's not my favorite thing about StreamYard.
Since 1949, for millions of families across the country, the right knives are CutCo knives. CutCo knives are made right here in America, always have been. And today,
Okay, there are a lot of, like, I live in the Portland area, and there's countless knife manufacturers. Not countless, oh my gosh, clearly you can, like, Google it and count it if you wanted to. But there's several knife companies based just in Portland, like Leatherman's here. I don't know who else is here, but other.
And like we have here where I live, they have like an actual store that sells knives that are good quality, high end for people like chefs and people who, you know, want nice knives. That's what they do. And so there are options out there to get nice knives. It doesn't have to be an MLM.
Like Gerber is based in Portland. I feel like there's another one.
I know there's a lot of even like I watched Forged in Fire, which is a show where they make blades and all kinds of stuff. And there's a lot of people in the Pacific Northwest who make blades.
Yeah.
And
I was in Seattle on a business trip, and one of the events we did was actually like forging our own bottle opener. So yeah, like there's a lot of little shops, like family owned shops that make knives and stuff like that. There's also, I believe it's in Arkansas, because I saw it when I was driving from Connecticut to Oklahoma when I moved. And it's this giant like surplus store with like a bunch of knives. Like it was literally like get knives here kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, congratulations. It's not, you know, it's made in America, but so is a lot of knives. Like American knives are a thing.
Yeah, and like from what I did a little bit of research, obviously, And from what I can tell, at one point, CutCo knives were really good, and I kept on seeing a date in the 80s, like people want CutCo knives that were made, I want to say, before 1985. So I assumed there was a change, and people claim that they're not as good as they were.
Mhm.
I- I'm not sure. I would look at a sales thing from a long time ago. So they were always doors to door, like more like a Kirby vacuum is the vibe I get based on what I read of their guide.
So kind of like how Avon and Avon kind of started and then
Yeah,
turned into that.
yeah.
And did y'all hear the bankruptcy news about Avon?
Yes. And was it Herbalife also in the news yesterday?
That I
don't know.
didn't see.
Mm-mm.
But I
I
definitely
just-
heard
Oh.
about Avon and I was like, yes.
Yes.
Like they are going
Right.
down one by one and it is beautiful to see.
I know. I'm waiting for BP
Oh.
to change their structure so reps get less. I'm just waiting for that reorganization or whatever you call it of the compensation plan. Like I just
It's bound to
feel that it's
happen.
coming. Like
It's
it's
bound.
coming within the next year. Like
Mhm.
that's how I feel.
No,
I could be wrong.
so the Herbalife thing is in the last month, the stocks have gone down 29%. And in the last year, their stocks have gone down 52%.
Wow.
That's a lot.
The Beachbody stock, I haven't checked on that in a while.
Speaking of Herbalife, where I live, there's a bunch of those nutrition shops. So if you don't know Herbalife, if you're like higher ranked, you can open up a nutrition shop, but you can't say like Herbalife shop. Like it has to have like
Yeah.
nutrition. You can't say,
Well, they have to be, will be professionals like DC. Someone did a video on this, but like to get past like food safety, like handler's permit, technically you're a fitness club. And
Yeah.
your smoothie is a part of your workout membership. So
Yeah.
you go there to work out and you get an Herbalife smoothie with your workout.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, like they come and go so quickly here. Like there's just so many,
Mhm.
first of all, but also they have to hire a certain amount of people every year, otherwise they'll lose their shop. And so the turnover is super high. And you mix that with like just drinking a bunch of powders and shit. And it's like I can understand why they're closing. Like one of them bought another nutrition shop out, right? And then within a couple months, that shop was closed. Like they're just like dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed the Herbalife in around here, they are in mostly like Hispanic neighborhoods.
Mhm.
And I've noticed the one um here rebranded to something else, like probably different owners than Gig.
Mhm.
Sorry.
And yeah, Catherine, Julie Anderson did a video on that yesterday, I believe. It was really good.
Maybe
I never even heard
That's
of that company until yesterday.
Maybe that's why I thought Herbalife was in the news yesterday.
But like, do y'all remember when people would post on? I remember on Facebook, it was like you would see the two. It's like the tea and the smoothie or whatever,
Yeah.
and it was like they posted the pictures together, and
Mhm.
it's like
Yeah.
you knew when they were posting the pictures what was going on, and nobody talked about it, but it was like the teas and all of this stuff, and it's like, yeah, no.
No.
The loaded teas. But
Those
yeah.
look horrifying.
Yeah.
Like some of them legit look like swamp juice.
Like
If my tea is gonna be loaded, I'm gonna load it up myself. Like,
It's either going to be alcohol or some kind of THC powder.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, let's watch this video, then I will tell you the story how my MLM world and my weed world collided this week.
Okay, story time, and then we'll get back to the video.
Should we do the video?
Yeah, let's do the video.
Okay.
We're 21 minutes in.
Yeah, and then I will tell you how my worlds collided.
That's what happens to you. Like, you are the webbing of the world that you connect so many things, and it's like you don't even know.
The story queen, I love it.
I know.
Yeah, you can't.
You have
make
lived
this shit
twice as much
up.
life as I have. Like, you have lived twice as much life and like life experience. I feel like life experiences than I have, and it like amazes me. And it's like you tell these stories, and I know you're like telling the truth, but it's like,
Did I tell you?
that's
Crows
fucking
just make
wild,
my heart
man.
happy. Like this, a whole bunch of crows. I love it so much.
I had a full-on Snow White morning this morning. This morning, I had 6 crows, 3 California Blue Jays, or Scrub Jays, and like 3 or 4 Hawk Jays in my backyard all at the same time. Plus squirrels. It was a full-on Snow White moment
That is
in
too
my
funny.
backyard. I'm like, fuck Snow White back here.
I need to get you a tiara and a little wand just so you can feel.
I still think
part.
she needs a crow cam. Set up. Where is the crow cam?
Husband has said, no, I work in software. I know how dangerous that is.
Okay, fine.
Back to this. And then we'll tell you the story. Okay, yeah.
Hundreds of CutCo team members craft each knife with an artisan's eye for quality and detail. This level of craftsmanship is one of the reasons that every CutCo knife comes with a forever guarantee.
Which, okay, good for them, but like, I feel like other knives also offer this. Like, I don't know. We honestly have found like, I think my husband found like a $200 knife for like $3 at Goodwill.
Stop.
Yeah, a Japanese like shit prep knife.
That's like the best thing. Like, that's when you know, like, those are the white elephants or whatever you want to call them. Like,
Oh, I miss my thrifting days. We've been thrifting in years, just too busy. But I feel like a lot of knives have a guarantee, especially when you're talking about the more luxurious knives.
mm.
Yeah, a lot of the nicer knives, because my ex was like super into like good quality like kitchenware, and a lot of them have a lifetime warranty. Like the more money you spend, the more likely you are to have that guarantee.
And I
Mhm.
feel like CutCo is at that price point
Mhm.
where the comparable models would have similar warranties.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, and I have this is kind of a strange question, but it's the autism thing. Have y'all ever had knives, and they're obviously cheap, that you have tried to cut and they like slide as they're cutting and they don't cut straight? Or is that just a me thing? Like, is that a
Mm,
me thing?
No,
No,
I've had knives like that.
so people think that sharp knives put you at risk of cutting yourself when really it's the dull knives in that situation
Mhm.
that's more dangerous because you slip. It's because
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
dull. So
Mhm.
like people are like, oh, sharp knives are scary. No, sharp knives are gonna do what you do. And like we
Yes.
also found a professional grade steel at the thrift shop. So I know how to like sharpen a knife with a steel because
Yeah.
it's a safety thing. Like
Mhm.
I use knives being disabled, but if they're dull, I'm gonna chop my thumb off allegedly. I have that karma that day. What can I say? I deserved it.
Stop it.
Powerful
Brian.
promise we've stood behind
That was right after the camping drama.
since our founding in 1949. That means your CutCo set will be the last set of knives you'll ever need to buy.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that's a good point. Yeah, and the thing is, if you go to uh, who does it? I feel like it used to be Bed Bath and Beyond, but clearly that's not a thing. But I feel like some stores will professionally sharpen your knives.
I'm
Like
pretty
if
sure
you,
Williams Sonoma does.
okay, so like you don't have that with CutCo.
Mhm.
Whereas if you're buying luxury knives, you're gonna get that service most likely.
We have a place here called the Blade Bar, and it's inside of another store where they sell things that go pew pew, whatever. And they offer knife sharpening as like, and they also offer like they'll repair knives. They'll like take parts, take it apart, replace stuff, like anything you need. And you know, and I'm sure if Williams Sonoma does, then 𝐔𝐒𝐿 does too. And there are all kinds of
I
places.
I
Oh yeah.
would assume like Dick's Sporting Goods would do
Yeah.
it,
Mhm.
or like Big Five, or
We have a
or
Shields here, and they're huge, and I'm sure they do too. Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
Andy West said, I worked for CutCo at one point and my boss was sharpening your CutCo knives as a free service, but it was really a way. That's the thing. If you buy a knife from Macy's or Williams and Ellis, and you go in there and get your service, they may offer you a discount on a future purchase, but like that's because you're enjoying the product and maybe like that's what you would expect for marketing. You're not gonna have the aggressive sales pitch that you're gonna get with these MLM reps.
And that's where, like, even in regular sales, I don't like straight commission without a base pay, because now you're a hungry shark in the water. You know, it's more about can I feed my family at the end of the month versus do my customers actually need my product? And so, you know, I try to stay away from that, even as a consumer, just because, you know, at the end of the day, I want to make sure I'm buying something that's right for me. Whereas, you know, on my sales side, I get a base pay and my commission is just a bonus. So I don't really have to worry about that.
I love that, and I wish more sales positions were like that, because
Hmm.
I feel like it's obvious that the consumer doesn't want that high pressure sales pitch anymore. People don't want that. People avoid you because of that, and we know that. Like, can
Yeah.
we steer away from it?
It's very interesting. Like, I went to school for actually not marketing, but more on the sales side years ago. And even back then, we were talking about the change between, you know, let's say the 40s and 50s, where, you know, the salespeople were the experts and you would go in and you would trust them because they knew more about the product than you. Whereas now we're in the day and age of Google and reviews and all of these things. So we're more educated when we're going into a sales pitch. So the times have changed, but not a lot of companies are keeping up with it. It's really interesting to follow.
Well, if that's a change, in my opinion, MLMs will never be able to keep up with, because if people are still doing in-home parties, people are not gonna buy a $200 product without researching it and making sure it's the best product for them on the market, regardless of brand. Like,
Mhm.
we're beyond that impulse buying high ticket items.
Mhm.
Because we have all the information in our hands. Like, you can search anything at any point in time, and as long as you have an internet connection, you can find it. And then there's even, you know, it's Elaine said there's a lot of used CutCo knives and sets for sale.
Oh yeah.
Like,
And
and that's, you can find that kind of stuff. Like, you don't have to buy it from an MLM consultant. If you like it, you can go to eBay, or you can go to, there's like resale places. I'm sure there's Facebook pages. Like,
well, and like, that's a stream we've thought about doing. I just don't know how to present it, but websites like Macari and Poshmark are littered with MLM products.
Mhm.
mhm,
And Heather has a good point.
Yeah.
There's literal apps that you can go into a store, scan it, and then compare between different stores. So, you know, if I have my smartphone in my hand, I'm already more educated, you know. So it's really important to do some research. Now, I'm not saying that every salesperson is slimy and doesn't know what they're talking about. That's not the case at all. Um, but it's good to at least kind of have some idea of what you want and then ask, you know, clarifying questions rather than going in blind. Hey,
and
Al.
it's like, it's not even so much that, you know, it used to be a trust me, bro, I'm telling you, but it's like that whole, going back to that whole, the salesmen reps were the knowledgeable ones. And so now it's like they're trying to take, I feel like, an antiquated business model, and it's not it's like they say that it's different, but it's not. You know, it's like they all use the very similar pay structures. And
Yeah.
it's like you can't be successful when you're living in like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
No.
10 years, 20 years, even generations down the road, CutCo will sharpen your knives and replace any defective item for free. No one else does that because no one else.
That's not true. Like,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't you have to send the knives into CutCo, which means you don't have your knives for like a few weeks?
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have to pay to send them in. Like, it's not like they're probably not like, oh, here's a
Yeah.
prepaid shipping label. It's on your dime. And I'm sure to have, like, you have to, that's included in the cost, or, well, it's free, but I'm sure it's not free to ship it up there or wherever they're going to sharpen it.
Right.
USPS is not going to just do it for the kindness of their hearts. Like,
No.
Let me see.
I'm also a broke
CutCo.
bitch, so I'm like, well, if you're sending multiple knives, first of all, kind of dangerous, but okay. But also, like, over $100, which one of those knives could easily be over $100. I haven't checked their prices, but now you have to get insurance on those too. Because what happens if those knives get lost?
So one of the
Ooh,
knives
Chris, that's a
was-
good point too.
ooh.
Ooh,
'cause see,
yes.
When we
Mhm.
in Scentsy, it was if you use a light bulb that's not a Scentsy light bulb, you void the warranty. Like something that tiny will void the warranty.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm looking at for an example.
Oh, we have another Wendy. Hi, Wendy. It's so weird to say
be-
that. I never get to say hi to another Wendy.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, let's. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
Is CutCo.
They stand behind their product, which is very rare. And they're an American company, which is even better.
It's lifetime warranty, so I did have the
Was that underhanded racism?
I was gonna say that felt a little aggressive. Like, it's American, you know? Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, cool, you know, we're supporting, you know.
Local American made.
Right. But this isn't like, this is a big ass corporation. And I'm still like, the way she said that was just like a little jarring. I might be overreacting, but I still feel like it was weird.
experience of having it once replaced with no questions asked.
Warranty on a knife that we've had for over a decade, and we've had a couple knives replaced that have been damaged. It was
But aren't they supposed to be like the world's best knives? So how are they getting damaged? Like, if you're replacing multiple knives, like, I haven't had a knife that actually got damaged to the point of not being able to use. Like, you know, maybe some scratches and stuff, but like, just sharpen it and you're good, you know?
Well, and like, so my husband's a big knife guy. We also have a Victorinox. My dad bought it. But it's he never uses it. It's too big. And yeah, we've had even our cheap like Walmart block or JCPenney block that you get in your 20s. None of that has broken. That's the cheap set. Like, it's not an expensive set.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty much what I'm using right now. Like, I don't have a lot of money for like expensive stuff right now. But other than needing a sharpen, they're totally fine.
Yeah, like a lot of our kitchen stuff is stuff we got in our 20s when we had no money. So weird, like
You get what you can
I like to
afford, really.
I like to
yeah.
pick up, like, if there's one on clearance at the grocery store or whatever. It's like, okay, I'll pick up a new knife, but I don't necessarily go out with the intention of like, I'm gonna go buy a new paring knife today. Like, it's just one of those things. It's like, and maybe it's just me, but I don't need to go out and buy it.
At this
I'll buy
point,
it.
this point we're trying to better build the in-laws knife sets because we cook over there and their knives are so that's
So it's a benefit for everyone.
Yes.
That's the only reason we would buy a knife now, but selfish reasons.
Very easy.
CutCo can make this guarantee because of the unique patented design and the meticulous multi-step construction process that goes into its knives. It's what makes CutCo unique and a
You're telling me the knives remain that shiny? Like, oh, they're like glistening in the light.
Also,
like, that's not
I
real.
might be a little pedantic here, but most people have a pizza cutter for like $5.
Thank you.
Like, that just looks like an overpriced like butter spreader knife.
Yes.
Right?
It looks no. Like, look how thin that pizza is. A freaking butter knife would cut that.
A pair of kitchen shears would cut that.
You could rip it.
Yes. I mean,
gosh, that's like butter. Sir, that is butter.
Bring out his Chicago deep dish, okay? Give it a challenge.
Right.
above all others in quality, durability, and user satisfaction.
No, that is not even real. Like, who does that? Who takes their thin crust pizza that looks dusty and puts it on a square plate? Who does that? Like, that whole presentation was
criminal offensive side eye. Do you understand?
Oh yeah, I found the soundbite. Are you done ranting? I'm sorry I interrupted you.
I'm done.
Puts each blade through a 3-step heat treating process, creating the best balance of hardness, flexibility, rust, and stain
I thought we were getting away from the hardness.
Stop it.
resistance and edge retention. After that, the blade is meticulously polished to enhance rust resistance. And then comes the secret to CutCo's sharpness and durability, the exclusive Double D recessed edge.
The amount of jokes here. The amount of
Double
jokes.
D.
What the shit? She not have that's what she said. Oh, I fell. She has some office, but not that one.
This process creates a series of 3 razor-sharp edges on the blade, with pointed teeth that protect it from contacting surfaces that might dull the knife.
Okay.
The Double D recessed edge allows the blade to cut forward.
The Double D.
They had to say that. Like, you know, they didn't have to say that.
No. Oh my gosh. What did I just do? Nothing. Oh my gosh. Get out of there before you break it.
Backward or straight down with equal ease. You can cut virtually anything, which makes food preparation easy, fast, and fun.
Okay, question. Question for the class here. They're saying that you can cut forward and backward with this knife. What makes a regular knife not be able to cut forward and backwards? Like just a regular straight edge. Like, is there something stopping it? Like, is there a magical force where you can't go backwards? Like, do you have to shift gears?
There's a clutch. Chelsea made a good point. Why wouldn't they just call it the D blade?
Right?
The double D. This is all I have
Andy's
to
Web.
say.
Andy's Web, you're not wrong.
Of intelligent life anywhere. And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Nope. But you are funny. We're laughing.
Yeah, you're
Right?
cutting forward and backwards, Brett.
Bread, a tomato with a tomato knife, like, but
No, you got to get a cleaver and just one go.
Oh, no, you have to get a dull bladed knife to cut a tomato and then just like smash it into oblivion and just pulverize it.
I think this is
Since 1949, for millions of families across
I think that was the Yeah. Okay. What does this look like? Okay, that doesn't look terrible on screen, does
No,
it?
we can read that.
Okay, I was like worried when they loaded this up. I'm like, that's a lot of white space. But no, it's the first page. I don't think we need to read this. This was a supplement to their sales manual. That's all we need to know here.
What's the date on this? Because this looks like this has some age on it. Just the logo.
I thought it said. Oh God.
It's not on the side.
Oh man.
It's fine. I don't need to have an answer.
It was like 30s or 40s.
That's what I was gonna say. It looks like
maybe even the 20.
It looks pre mid-century. Like it looks old.
Yeah.
I feel like I've definitely seen like a user manual for like an old motor or something with this kind of font. Like, it's definitely old school.
Yes.
You know, we're actually downloaded it at the date. But let's see, the next page looks scary AF.
I thought they yes, they did, Chelsea. They said 1949. So it could be their original, like, or a supplement that came out not long after. Like if they realized, oh, this needs to change, it could have been like early 50s.
Yeah.
But it just the font just looks old to me. Like old.
I pressed the wrong button. Oh my gosh. No, I want.
Oh, so just gonna remind y'all, since we have a little break here, please make sure you follow and like all of our streams on our channels. It helps all of us. We really appreciate it. Make sure you have a beverage and a snack.
Yes.
Oh,
And once again,
forgot.
Jen is trying to get up to 500 and she's super close. So double check and make sure you're subscribed to Jen. Thank you.
I forgot to tell my story.
Tell your story.
Yes.
So this week the worlds collided. I was scrolling Facebook and I see one of the shop girls, the dispensary girls. I see her on Facebook and I'm like, I recognize that name. Like, I never looked at her tag because her tags do say their full name, which is I would not want. But so I actually accidentally liked her post, so I blocked her, and then I'm like, I liked you, and at the time, I'm like, oh, that's so in her cover photo, not thinking putting it all together yet. So I unlocked her a few days later, and I'm like, her sister-in-law hosted my last beer romance party. We rescheduled because she couldn't make it to the original party date. She, like, you would ask someone towards the end to, like, help you collect things and, like, offer them, like, a discount or free sample. I don't know if I did this. I wasn't the best. And, like, she was that person, like, my assistant all night. So I walked in to the shop Wednesday, and I'm like, I met you in 2016. She's like, how? I said her sister-in-law's name, just her name. It's a unique name. I'm not gonna say it. And she's like, oh, that was you. And it,
Oh my God.
really clicked. And she's like, I knew you had it off for a reason. So
Again, it's like we need to come up with some term for the magic that is Lushy.
oh my gosh. Have I told you about the Idaho family? I will have to tell you that, like, when we
Okay.
get off. Like,
Okay.
Josh has met these people multiple times. And my mom met them when she worked at a gas station when I was 12. And they just rolled into town and needed a place to stay. And my dad can't host. So, yeah, husbands met them and everything, like, multiple times.
Oh, wow.
Like, here and back home. And, like, we ran into we used to go back home for Memorial Day, and we're walking through the street there. There they are, a vendor. And, like, yeah, it's nuts. How do we want to tackle this? Like, I can see it to read.
I can read it too.
I can read it too.
Yes. The Lushy number, just like the Kevin Bacon.
I love that.
So I will start and I will read if I could read 2 paragraphs.
They sell garden tools. I'm sorry, live chat's distracting me. They sell
Live
garden
chat is
tools.
great.
Like,
Yeah.
They're the MVP. So same
mhm.
with Replay Crew. We love you guys.
We love y'all in the
Yeah.
cultiest way.
Dude, I swear, anytime there's an event with booths, CutCo is there. I worked in like the warehouse stores, like, you know, like Costco and stuff like that. I worked
Yeah.
in one, and CutCo was there. I think Costco has a partnership with them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They have to. They have to.
I actually have a video that I found of a rep explaining why you should buy from him and not Costco.
That will be good.
My ex was like all about CutCo, and I literally had no idea they were an MLM till I started watching anti-MLM.
Mm.
And he's
My-
like not an MLM guy, so it's like, to me that's just odd.
Okay, so
One,
if your ex has been part of CutCo, that's a red flag because so is mine. My ex
No,
was actually like, I know, like yours only bought. Mine was
Yeah.
actually in for like a little bit and swore by the knives. And look at us now. So
I know, right?
It's a sign. It's a
It
sign.
is a sign.
so. Good evening, Mary Jones. I'm Mr. Distributor of CutCo Country Division of Wherever. I have a gift for you. Your friend, Alice Smith, recommended that I come over to you and give you this gift. Give a short sales talk on the foil. If your mother is you're talking to a child? Okay.
Wait,
If you
Mary is a child?
If you
I think it's like
is,
one of those old school, like kind of misogynistic pitches of like, oh, let's call the woman young, you know.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, I get that. If your mother is I would like to meet her. Let's give her a gift too. How do you do, Mrs. Jones? No, because they're addressing a second person. I am Mr. Distributor from CutCo Division of Wherever. Direct Mary and her mother towards the kitchen table. Proceed to sit in the catty corner position by the table. Never a chair for yourself. Have a chair for yourself, but do not sit. If Mr. Jones or anyone else is home, have him watch the display too. If Mr. Jones is present, say you can read someone.
Okay, I'll read the next.
We'll go in order.
I'll read the next couple paragraphs. I'm glad you're home, Mr. Jones. A man.
Yep. Just
Why?
remember, everyone, this is definitely outdated. I don't think they've gotten much better, but it is definitely like a piece of the time.
A man usually knows good tools when he sees them, particularly the knives, and it is always a pleasure to be able to show these to a man. Do you remember, Mrs. Jones, when wherever men cook dinners? What? Do you remember, Mrs. Jones, when wherever men cooked dinners?
I think wherever is supposed to be like wherever you're from, but they spelled it wrong.
Yeah. Do you remember when Texas men cooked dinner? Or do you remember when New York men cooked what? Southern men. No,
Gotta love those vintage values.
If we're going on
Well,
vintage
when it came
values, and not saying I agree with this, but wouldn't the woman be the one using the knives most?
Yes, she would. So why are they trying to be like, why are they trying? What are we doing here?
It's so backwards, like we can't even process it in this day, you know?
Well, go ahead, Lushy.
No, there was a comment I was gonna highlight, but I don't know. Go on.
Oh, the man has to approve them first. The man has to approve all of the purchases.
Oh,
The woman
Brother
can't
said
spend her
wherever
own.
is the brand name of cookware.
Oh.
So that makes sense.
It still doesn't
1958.
make sense.
Yep, it has that 50s feel.
Well, when it came to carving the roast, they had to borrow a knife from the hostess. They found that 19 out of 20 women didn't have a good knife. The company supplied wherever men with a very good set of knives to use at the demonstrations. After that, every time they had a demonstration, they would have someone ask, "Where did you get those knives?" At some demonstrations, they could have sold more knives than pans. Now we have pans have entered the chat. Go ahead, Wendy.
Many of the husbands would ask the company if they could sell the knives too, and the result was that the company decided they would go into the cutlery fields, but not until we could be sure that we could produce the finest cutlery that money could buy. We wanted it to be the best in the cutlery field, just as our wherever pans are the best in the cooking utensil field. Our company started experimenting with steels 14 years ago, and just recently they finally developed this set of cutlery. This type of steel that we have in the set is almost the same as surgical steel. Almost, so it's not. Except that it is much stronger. If you were to use a surgical scalpel in your kitchen, Mrs. Jones, because of the brittleness, it would probably break the first day. Yeah, no shit, because it's not meant for that. Like, a process for hardening. Sorry, go ahead.
That's like
for that.
Using a screwdriver to take off the bolts on your tire to change your tire. Like,
yeah, it's not meant for that.
No.
I'm going to make this way harder than it needs to be.
A process for hardening CutCo steel was developed so that it would be tough enough for a housewife to use every day. They're just going to break out the housewife, but you're going to talk to the man. Okay. Start table by saying, it certainly would be wonderful to own a set of cutlery that you would never have to worry about, wouldn't it, Mary? Your friend Helen said the same thing. Did she, though? In fact, most people I ask think it would be truly marvelous, but they add, how should I know how should I know good cutlery? What is good cutlery? Also, if anyone sends a salesperson to their friend's house, you are not a friend. Like, that is just rude. I don't want announcement. I don't want a sales pitch. Like, I literally have a no soliciting sign on my door as a salesperson.
This
I do too.
pages.
And I've had people ring my doorbell, and I have a Ring doorbell, and like they'll start their little spiel about what they're selling, and I'll say, they'll get done, and I said, "Do you see that on my door?" And they're like, no, what? I said, look right there next to the handle. What does that say?
Mhm.
It says no soliciting.
I have it right underneath my peephole. And because when I first moved into this apartment, I had like 3 solicitors within a week, and I was like, no. And so I put that up, and I have not gotten one since. Like, it is right at eye level. Like, you cannot miss it.
I accidentally stole a no soliciting sign. It was in my lap. Like, it was in my wheelchair. And then, like, I lost it, so it never got put up. It's in the garage on a shelf somewhere.
I love that.
This is 20 pages.
You know,
We could link it in our descriptions.
Yeah.
So if
Yes.
people want to read it, we can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go through it. Like, I am intrigued.
Yeah. Well, like, I feel like we could do bits and pieces that were our in, and I think we would enjoy this training video.
Yeah, let's do a training video.
Okay. It looks old AF. Not this old, but I didn't check the audio. Please.
Oh, this is definitely like 90s vibes. Oh,
Yeah.
this is 90s.
Yeah.
They busted out the camcorder for this, y'all.
Yep.
Yes.
I love that yellow hue.
I like
And the wallpaper.
I'm curious if this matches what we just read.
That wallpaper looks very similar to the wallpaper that was in my house when I first bought it and moved in. It was like all of the wallpaper in my kitchen was fruit. And I'm like, that was an odd choice, but okay.
I know this isn't a competition, but I can totally top you. When we first moved into my parents' house, like, I was really little. This was like late 90s, like 98 or so. And they had to remodel the house before we moved in. But in the bathroom, there was like olive green wallpaper with different color poodles on it. Like, there were
Okay.
pink poodles.
Okay, I can't compete with that. I cannot compete with that.
And it's funny because now I have a poodle. So, like, it was just a sign.
Yeah, it was.
Like, my in-laws, when they moved in, they had like shag carpet in their bathrooms, which I get it was the 70s they did it. What I don't get is why my house had like only 5 year or so carpet in the bathroom.
That is just nasty.
No, we don't do that.
It does not make sense. Like, it was modern carpet. Like, why was that? Yeah, my
That's just not
in-laws,
okay.
they have a green bathroom and everything was green. The bathtub, the sink, the toilet.
Was it like
the wall.
avocado green?
I will send you pictures. I'm sure
Okay.
I have some. And then their main bath was blue, like powder blue. And,
Yes, I know
yeah.
exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about. We go to estate sales and stuff a lot. That's something, obviously I have a lot of vintage and I love vintage stuff. And so we 431. So we
you need
enjoy
69. Sorry.
But it's
Sorry,
like
continue.
that took me a minute. I had to compose myself. But it's like we go in these houses and it's like is a certain smell of age to a house depending on like what decade it is and if it's been kept original. And like I geek out when I go there because I'm like, this is somebody's like whole life in a house. Like the person has usually passed or has gone to like assisted living or something like that. And it's like that was like their house when they got married and moved in. And it's like to me, that's just so cool.
Still at Costco, and we won't get to it tonight, but I do have a 16-minute video we could do next week of a guy explaining why you should buy from him and not Costco. So, like, next week we won't have like an intro video, so maybe we can read more pages of the manual and then get into the why you shouldn't buy from Costco video.
And we can read,
I'll
like-
go through the I'll fully read the sales manual and I'll kind of
That's what I was
highlight
gonna say.
important
Okay.
parts.
Yeah. You're a professional.
The one thing I'm good at.
Hello, can I help you?
Automatically no. If somebody knocks on my door that hard, first of all, don't knock my door. But you're knocking that hard, like that's scary. Like as a female, that's scary.
Probably doing it so the camera picks it up. Like, she's probably pissed because they filmed this whole thing and you couldn't hear jack shit. So she's making sure that fucking camera can hear her knocking because she was too quiet last time. you know that's what's happening.
That's a
here.
great point.
DC asked, who hides when someone rings or knocks?
Me.
This girl right
I
here.
know. Yep.
It's me.
know what?
Hi, it's me.
I don't even fucking hide because I own this house. You have zero rights to me. Like, you can fuck off. I'm in my house doing my thing. I owe you nothing but waste your time at my door. That's what
Unless she's you're gonna open the door and yell at them to get off your lawn. Like I just see this happening in my mind of like
What do you think she's training the crows for?
Like,
just to
exactly.
them off.
Attack crows. They're attack crows.
Recently, some probably religious people knocked on my door, and I look out, and I'm gonna leave my house, but they're blocking my driveway by like 6 inches.
Oh no.
So I have to, and like I psyched them out and like turned the doorknob and still didn't answer the door. So I wasted a lot of their time. And then as soon as they walked away, I yelled at them to move their car.
Good.
I was gonna say, were they on bikes? But
No, the other religious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of bikes, my last apartment was right near a Mormon church, and they were all very lovely people. And there were 2 guys on bicycles, and I never got their names, so I called them Mikes on Bikes. And every time I saw them, I'm like, "Oh, there's the Mikes on Bikes."
Oh my god,
they were adorable.
More like they read your vibe pretty well, and they don't like wave and they don't really knock. They just walk around, and if you're outside, they'll say hi, and like if you want, like, they're not aggressive, like, some.
Yeah, no, the church around me, like, everyone was very respectful and everything, so
Yeah.
it was nice. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Also, yes, the jorts are everything.
Y'all, if he has on white New Balances, I'm done. I'm done. Like, if he, I think they're like, what are they called? Like the New Balance Monarchs or something. I don't know. But if you know, you know, and if he has those on, I'm done.
Oh my gosh, let's see.
Hello, can I help you?
I'm your friendly neighborhood CutCo salesperson. Hi, my name is Vicky.
Well, hi, Mickey. How are you doing? Come on in.
What's your name?
Got this. Come on in. I mean, is it an 80s thing that we missed out on?
Like that whole interaction. And then she's like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "What's your name so you can unalive me?" Like, no.
If you don't know my name, why are you at my door?
Exactly.
If you don't have my phone number, why are you at my door?
Yeah.
Text me. If you don't know my garage code, I probably don't want you in my house.
Don't call me. Text me because I don't want to answer the phone.
No.
You know, I'm doing really well.
What do they say?
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Scott.
It is so great. And how are you doing today?
You know, I'm doing really well. You know, CutCo, that's those knives on TV, right?
No.
Ginzu,
No,
CutCo,
no, no.
$19.99?
I know.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, what can I do for you?
What?
Okay, he doesn't have on the New Balances, but he has the belt and the shirt tucked in and the jorts. Like,
It's entertaining AF.
Mickey?
Can I just show you my stuff?
Well, you know, that'd be really neat, Mickey. Let's, maybe we can sit down here at the table.
Who just goes into someone's house and then like busts out a roll of knives? Like, you want to see what I got? Like, who does that? Like, oh wait, I've got something to show you. And like, oh, what?
Okay,
Get out of my house.
Like, I thought they learned in the 70s not to do this shit because of fucking Marilyn Manson, the Zodiac Killer. There's others, Ted Bundy. Like, I thought we learned our lesson in the 70s. So why are we inviting somebody we don't know with knives into our house? Like, this is where you go get the fuck out.
If you do that to me, you're not leaving my house with a pulse. So don't do it. Like, who, like, the shock of that happening. I mean, I might be too stunned to move, but still. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
This is why you don't answer the door to strangers. Like, this has been a long time rule. Like, has it not made it to the Costco fields?
I feel like this was pre what was that movie? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I feel like this was pre that because they wouldn't be making an like this if that had happened. Scream. I mean,
I hope not. I hope it does not turn into a pure romance demo.
We're trying to get away from that right now.
You can show me your knives.
You don't have to buy anything today if you don't like anything, but let me say that everything you buy will help me with my scholarship. So I suggest that you buy it all.
You know, if you
Scholarship?
Yeah, there's I don't know very many details, but that's one of the reasons why they like target college kids. I'm pretty sure that there's something behind that.
There's something else I wanted to bring up, but we can touch on that next week because I saw an ad that we'll go over next week. But yeah, stop. Why is he touching her?
So awkward.
It's giving, I'm praying for you. Like, that's what it's giving me of like, I'm praying for you.
For
Or
me,
like,
it's
you can
giving
handle
like,
this.
it's giving like, oh, you poor female, let me help you.
And this is why you don't go to strangers' houses.
No.
She walked in single and she's walking out engaged, apparently.
It's a slasher movie. That's what I was implying, like, with the pure romance demo.
It's a relief to know.
I like to put my customers at ease. Let me show you. I just want to show you the quality of
I'm waiting for her to fling that thing open. Like, just fling it.
Knives go flying.
Yeah.
No, my goal.
I'm already broken. You can't break me anymore.
It's serious.
This is what happens about this time into the live. Everything is either hilarious or I'm like so tired I'm out of it. So we're in the everything is hilarious phase.
We can end and I can try to fix the volume on this and then we can say we accomplished nothing on this stream with pride.
But we did because we started watching this and we talked about the paragraphs we read. So
yeah, but like we're not gonna be able to. You gotta pay too much attention at this volume.
Yeah, we'll adjust the audio.
I meant to do it as I'm just gonna send it to my editor.
Ooh, that's a view.
What?
Now we're gone.
What? Is the view I always use?
There we go.
There we go. Now we're I can are we okay.
It's on YouTube. I can either upload it or you can just grab it from YouTube.
Cool.
If you can't find it.
We'll be live Tuesday to finish Bomb Party.
That'll be great.
That'll be the time. And then we'll be back next Thursday.
Yeah.
And Wendy and I will survive our first week back at school.
Yes, we got this.
Yeah.
Now, if only my financial aid comes through.
Yeah. I know mine posted today and I was like, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I had
Yeah,
a problem
but,
yesterday, and it's gonna be like another week or so, and I'm like, I can't breathe right now. Like, I need to make sure like I can actually do this, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, Becca, I found that on YouTube by just searching CutCo.
And quick
But
reminder,
Let
I
me
know I've
do-
said it a few times, but please make sure you're subscribed to Jen. We're trying to
yes.
get 500 for her. So if you're gonna pick one to subscribe to tonight, make sure it's gonna be Jen.
Yeah, it's the MLM. It costs money. No, it's not MLM. It's free. Subscribe to everyone.
Definitely.
Apparently I've been lying this whole time, and I do have an outro. So I
Yay!
am a professional. So if we hop back on after the outro, I'm new here. Okay, bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Hopefully, in theory.
Fingers crossed.